The time arrived for my father's celebration of life service. We left Idaho and headed north into glorious Montana, where rainbows glow in the sky, and into North Dakota, where cow patties waited for us at a rest stop, and also the beautiful Painted Canyon. It is early May, and it hasn't greened up yet, and the camera does not capture the glories of this canyon, but trust me, it is very impressive. Just ask Bilbo. My final destination is Clearwater, Minnesota, where my family, my dad's family, has lived for 3 generations. I will be staying at nearby Clearwater Lake, where my grandparents had a lake house, and I spent many happy summer days swimming with the loons. That's why I'm a little loony now. Hello there, it's Oopsy Annie, and guess what? I'm in Minnesota at Clearwater Lake, the place where I spent many happy summers as a youngster at my grandparents' cabin. My family no longer has my grandparents' cabin. Friends of the family bought the cabin, but my uncle Les Torgerson owns this wonderful home here that we're staying at the same lake. Isn't that just amazing? Out of the land of 10,000 lakes, that my uncle would have a cabin on the same lake as my grandparents on my dad's side of the family. I'm just so happy to be here. I really am. What joy. I have nothing but fond and wonderful, joyful memories at this lake. If you see these houses back here, the lake house that I stayed at is right about, let's see if I can kind of point at it backwards. Oh my goodness, it's somewhere in this vicinity. I would go out on this lake in a little motorboat and fish, and I swam off the dock. I used to know this lake very well. Back behind me, over this way, is where wild rice grows. It is May. It's a little bit cool. This is Minnesota after all, and it's only going to get in the low 50s today, but that's still great. I mean, look at the sun. It's glorious. And guess what? I have my traveling companion, Bilbo Baggins. Hey, Bilbo. What do you think of Clearwater Lake? The lake is full of fish. The trees are full of birds. The woods have bear in them and other critters. Oh, lots of deer. And there's beavers and ducks and I love little chipmunks. So there's lots. There's also wood ticks, but they're not out yet in May, thank goodness. All right, I am going to show you a place I spent many happy hours. It's here at the bridge leading to Clearwater Lake. You see that sign? It says, no fishing or swimming from the bridge. Well, I never fished from it, but I sure did swim from it. And I don't think I remember seeing that sign. I don't. Maybe I didn't want to see it. None of us kids wanted to see it. I'm going to show you where we would jump from the bridge right here. You see this railing? We climbed over it, and then we'd jump down there. And we might swim around a little bit. And then we would go into where the top of the dam is, hang on to one of those H bars, and then slide down. And there's a rope there. And we might use the rope if we were extra strong. This is something I worked up to during the summer months, to use the rope and climb back up to the top of the dam instead of having to go all the way around, as you will see in the video. Here's the steep side of the dam we slid down, and you can see the rope there from last summer. Here's another view of Clearwater Lake, and because I was a spoiled grandchild, I had a motorboat, and I would come all the way from Grandma's house and bring the motorboat over here somewhere where I would anchor it, climb out, and go swimming, and not see that sign that said no swimming. I really don't think it must have been here. It's fish spawning time. It's May 7th. All kinds of sparrows on the other side of the bridge here. I guess there's good eats. I cannot figure out why they would be going crazy like this. I'll show you. Do you see the birds? And then there, in the water where it appears a little darker, are where the fish are spawning. Right there. Doing that thing they do to make more fish. I was quite the daredevil. I often slid down this dam backwards, but that was more than 40 years ago. Wow. And I have to say that the dam hasn't changed one bit. It looks exactly the same. That's rather comforting, you know? Outside the high school that my mother went to. She graduated from here. It is now Clearwater's Life Center. There's a lot of art made by the people here, and I'm going to show it to you. As a child, I always remembered this building when I saw it with that dome on it. It's like, you know, there's like something that I never forgot, that always stayed in my mind, and it was that domed roof of the gym. I've never been inside of it. I've always been curious, and I don't know if it's open to the public. It might be open to the public, but I'm kind of shy about just knocking on the door and saying, "Hi, my mom went to this school and graduated in 1964. That was way long ago, and I'd just like to come in and poke around. I hear that there's some old photos on the hallway. Ooh, art. There's some old photos on the hallway, and she's in one of them. But man, that takes some gumption. I don't know if I have it today. right, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this mural on the old school building. And there you go. Yeah. Cool. I am feeling the passage of time. I'm standing at the end of the driveway by the main road of the farmstead that my mother grew up on, that I write about in much of my poetry and my short stories. This is the driveway that my mother ran down to catch the bus. And you can see it's quite a long driveway. It was all gravel. It wasn't all grown up like that in my time. My grandpa farmed these 2 fields as well as other fields out in the area. And then down at the end, of the driveway to the left stood the farmhouse that was sadly burned by arsonists many years ago. And to the right was my grandfather's barn that has fallen in on itself. Here is an excerpt from a poem I wrote about my mother. Often late, she was lean and athletic from running down a long country road to catch the school bus. My dad's celebration of life's service was truly a beautiful event and full of many blessings for all. His Harley-Davidson motorcycle, which he'd had since the early 1960s, was also in attendance. Friends had made it all nice and shiny. I spent time with my younger sister Jessa and my much younger brother, Jack. I visited with a dear friend from childhood, also named Anne. And my Uncle Les recited the lyrics of "Life is just a bowl of cherries."
Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't make it serious. Life's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. So keep repeating, it's the berries. The strongest oak must fall. The sweet things in life to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you've never owned? Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live and laugh at it all.
We each have our places of origin. Thank you for listening and learning a little bit about mine. Love all life around you. Be inspired. Be grateful. Birth joy.